What's going on, guys? Craig here, and I am super stoked to be able to share this reaction video and update with you here on the new God of War Ragnarok DLC that was announced last night at the Game Awards. Man, I had a number of highlights from the Gaming Awards last night, but this one was far and above the one that I'm most excited about. I know there's a ton of new games, but you guys who know me, you know that I am a huge God of War fanboy. In fact, if you were to, push me down, put a gun to my head and say, Craig, I need your favorite game of all time, it would be God of War 2018, followed closely by God of War Ragnarok. I love these games, man. I enjoy the mature themes. I love the stoic nature of Kratos. I love the dynamic between him and Atreus. I love the dynamic between Mimir and Kratos, and just the clever quips that Mimir provides throughout the playthrough. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming with the amount of talking that Mimir does, but overall, just such a fantastic experience. And I could not be more stoked for the fact that we have some new content coming out. And not just that we have new content coming out. It wasn't like they announced this DLC and said, by the way, you'll have it in 6 months. No. They released this announcement and did it totally covertly. No, maybe a few leaks had gotten wind of it, but nothing that was substantiated. They revealed this at the Game Awards, and oh, by the way, you get it in 5 days. This comes out on December 12th, and so I wanna watch this trailer with you guys of this God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC that comes out on Tuesday, and just give my reaction to it. I've also done a little research and found from various sources what we can expect from this DLC, so I'm going to share that as well and share my thoughts on that also. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into this. If you guys hit that like button for me, make sure you get subscribed as well, guys. I am changing up the channel a little bit. This is the first of what's going to be many gaming reactions, announcement reactions, review videos. So I've been predominantly a live streaming channel up until now, but going forward, this is going to be more the norm here on the channel. I'm going to be more of a gaming channel. Still will be doing live streams, but live streams will be more the exception, and more gaming reactions, news, reviews. That's going to be more the tip strategy. That's going to be more the norm. So that's something you want more of. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification as well. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this bad boy, shall we? Bro, that music alone just enough to give me the chills, man. Enough to give me the chills. I don't know whose throne that is. That's one of the Valkyrie thrones, maybe? I don't believe so.
Nothing of this place.
Oh, nothing that would help us.
Master thyself.
So we have this giant stone entryway. I'm not sure who that was. The head with the wings that was on. I don't know if that was maybe Athena or maybe some other Norse or Greek mythology figure. So it's something that I'm paying attention to. We got this giant stone door. Kratos is pulling open in typical Kratos fashion. Now let's see where this goes.
Tell me, brother.
Into Valhalla, I assume. All right, so right there, we got some Draugr catching the blades of chaos to the face and getting slammed to the ground. Love it. Love it.
I must face this.
Another of these woodland creatures. Oh, we got a wyvern taking Kratos down as well, man. Dude, that's going to be a fun fight, man. That's going to be a fun fight. Those things are a good time.
No shame in what just happened. All part of the process. Let's go again.
Okay, so pay attention to that right there. He said, no shame in what just happened. It's all part of the process. So I'm going to be sharing with you some things that I've heard about what this DLC is going to entail. And that's going to make a lot of sense after I share that with you. All right, so we got some more Draugr here. These look like a little bit different. I think maybe those are the same as what we faced off against in 2018 or Ragnarok. They look a little different. Their faces look a little different. They look like they're a little bit more white. Maybe that's because they're in Valhalla. I'm not sure. We see Kratos giving the business to the Dark Elf here. Had an Einarhar soldier, man, a number of different enemies. A couple of those look familiar. One of them, one or two of them look like they could be new. It was kind of hard to see. It was very fast. Oh, look at that. We got a Cyclops with a giant club, bro. That is new. That is new. At least it's new. It's new to the Norse mythology. That I think is more of a Greek mythology type creature. So very interesting to see that here. Oh, bro. Man. And it's free, by the way, and it's free. Man, if that music doesn't give you the chills, man, I don't know what does, man. That was just incredible, man, just incredible. So with that said, guys, I want to share with you guys some things that I've heard from different sources that this game is going to entail. So all this stuff that I'm going to share with you, it's all things that I've heard from multiple sources. So I didn't get this from any single source. I mean, it's possible that what I'm about to share with you is not completely accurate, but I'm going to share it with you anyway because I am stoked for it, regardless of what it turns out to be. You know, it's going to be awesome. So I can't wait to get into this on Tuesday when that thing drops. But here are some things that I've heard about from the game. So one. This is going to be essentially the epilogue to the God of War Ragnarok story. So if you have not played through Ragnarok, it seems to me that it would be a good idea that you play through that main story first. You can get that story down. That way the events and the storyline that might take place in the DLC are going to make more sense to you and actually fit in your mind, and you'll be able to enjoy it more. Number two, I've heard that it's roguelike in structure. So it's going to be linear. You're going to go through, I'm guessing, waves of enemies or different areas. And when you die, you start back over. So I told you to pay attention to a certain part in this story. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Where Kratos looks like he's getting up after being slain or killed. And he says, Mimir tells him, he says, it's all part of the process, brother. Right here, right here.
No shame in what just happened. It's all part of the process. Let's go again.
So all part of the process. So I get the impression that, you know, it's going to be roguelike. We're going to be dying. We're going to, you know, every time we die, we're going to keep some of the upgrades and strengths and different maybe stats that we've improved throughout that journey. And, you know, we keep getting stronger and stronger, making it further and further, building upon the skills and equipment and whatnot that we've gathered. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a really cool and fun dynamic here with the God of War structure. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I have also heard that there are 5 different difficulty settings that are specifically tweaked for this roguelike environment, this roguelike gameplay structure that they have set up. So I'm not sure what those difficulty levels are. I don't know if they're going to be the same. Like, give me a story, give me God of War, you know, whatever. Give me No Mercy, give me a challenge. The different difficulty levels that they had before, but that's something to keep an eye on as well. So. You know, if it ends up being a game that or a game style that maybe is not your strong suit and you need to adjust the difficulty level, you can do that. Another thing, so there's all weapons, skills, and armor sets I've heard are going to carry over from the main game. Now, I don't know if that means that you're going to start with them. I'm assuming that you do, but I don't know. Maybe you just start with the axe and you have to find the blades and find the drop near spear before you can continue to use them on subsequent lives as you die and get reborn and keep trying to get through this. I don't know, but apparently the armor sets and the weapons carry over. So whether that just means whatever you've attained in the main game, those are now options that you can attain as you go through this, roguelike DLC of Valhalla, or it means you actually start with all those things and you can then improve further upon them as you go through the DLC. I don't know. So, but I have heard that the equipment and weapon sets and everything carry over. So if you have not, again, gotten all the things that you want to get from the main playthrough or the main game, make sure that you go through the main campaign, get the different armor sets, get the weapons, upgrade your skills, do the things that you and your weapons, make sure that you're ready. Make sure you've done most of the things that you want to do. That way, when you go into this DLC, you'll be as strong and ready as you can be. Number 5. The only main protagonist that we have in this DLC, from what I've heard, is Kratos and Mimir. So that's it. There's going to be, no Freya. There's going to be no Atreus. There's going to be no Angrboda. None of the other cast of characters. No Sindri. So that's what we have. But I'm all good with that, man. I love the dynamic between Kratos and Mimir, just the dialogue that takes place and the clever quips and the warnings that Mimir gives. Sometimes you get a little, like I said earlier, a little bit overwhelming at times, but for the most part, it's done in a very tasteful manner, and it's not bad at all. It doesn't break immersion. I'm really looking forward to that dynamic there again between Kratos and Mimir. Finally, the last thing, this is just a question mark. I have no idea what we might get from defeating or completing this DLC, but I imagine there's something there, right? Whether it's new awesome armor set, maybe some cosmetic upgrades, new weapons, or maybe some enhancements to the weapons that we already have. I'm really looking forward to it. I have no idea what the rewards might be, but that's something that I am probably most curious about is what do we get? What do we get when we complete this DLC? Because I imagine there's got to be something there, right? There's something there beyond just some additional storyline. So that's what I got for you guys, man. Again, if you can't tell, I am so stoked for this. This is going to be such a fun time. And I love me some God of War, man. I played 2018 and Ragnarok, the normal playthrough on the second hardest difficulty. I just, over this past year, did a second playthrough of both of those games on NG Plus. Give me God of War difficulty. So I'm a fanboy, man, and I just couldn't be more stoked. So let me know what you guys think, man. If you've heard some things about the game, about the DLC that maybe I haven't shared with you today, let me know in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button if you've enjoyed this this video and the content that I've produced here for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, because I got plenty more where this came from, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. So that's it, guys. Have an awesome day. We'll see you on the next video.